Good. Let's connect you to the water. So. And I'm going. Whoa, not this big. Whoop. Smaller. 3, please. 3, yeah. Going to be 1 here. Actually, couldn't I just be making... Where are they? There they are. You're a pump. Give me one of these, please. Where is he? There. No recipe available. Okay, never mind. Never building you again. Goodbye. We need... Yeah. Pull you along. Now let's place a pump over here. And then it will be 1, 2, 3. Now I placed that one. That's not good. Pump over here, pump over there. And another pump over there. And that's your power supply. Your water supply, I mean. Now let's see if we can power supply you. This will work. This won't work. That should do the trick. Good! This will make our stuff. Now, the next step of the recipe is to gas it with ammonia gas to make monochloramine gas. And we gas it yet again with ammonia gas to make hydrazine. And hydrazine is one of the parts we need for rocket fuel. Then we also need dimethyl hydrazine. That's this one over here. For this we need dimethylamine. For this we need methylamine, which is even more ammonia gas in combination with methanol gas, in combination with methanol gas, in combination with monochloramine gas, and monochloramine is something we make over here. So the next step would be to make let's make the monochloramine facility over here so that we do not have to pipe this stuff around too much. Also, we should add some lamps in here because it's getting dark. And maybe here and there, here and there. Good, and then some over here. That should make things light enough. Good. So next step, this stuff. This is more or less a 1-to-1 ratio. So this makes yet another gas. Now if we make the ammonia first. Yeah, we should make the ammonia first. Just pipe this along. Then combine it with the ammonia to make the next gas and pipe the ammonia through. Instead of going this way, and then this way again. This way we would be having this, and then this. It's a bit better. Also, oh, you're not kicking it off because you do not have any pumps, and I do not have any pumps anymore because I never automated pumps. Who would automate pumps? Here, pick them up, please. Good. Yeah, let's make the ammonia first. So, to make ammonia, we basically need something like this. We smoosh this whole stuff together. We also need some hydrogen from somewhere. Wait a minute. I'm making hydrogen over here. How much hydrogen am I making? It's over Yandu. I'm making 60 hydrogen. Every 2. To make the ammonia, the methylene, ammonia synthesis, there it is. I need 50 Fe2. And this is making 60 Fe2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. That's 720. So this would feed. Doesn't really matter, does it? 14. To make ammonia gas. Where is it? So, oh wait. 14 if we use the correct ratios. If we have the same ratio, we do not have the same ratio. So let's do the full calculation. We do 60 every 2 seconds, crafting speed 2.5. So that's 120, 150. Pair 2. We have 3, 6, 12. So that's 1,800 per 2. Good. And ammonia, chemical plant, crafting speed is still 3.2.5. So 50 times 3.2.5, that's 150, 170, no wait, 100 and 12.5. 162.5 for every 2. 2 of them are 330. 4 of them are 660. 6 are 990. Then 8 are 1320. 10 are 1680. So I could feed another 10 of them, which would make 1,000 ammonia gas every 2 seconds. That should be fine, I think. And this thing probably stopped because we are full of it, aren't we? No. Oh, you're probably full because, yeah, the hydrogen gas is full. So, to make the ammonia gas, we are going to need 10 of these. Also, on the other side, we also need nitrogen. Like something like 1680 per second. Per 2 seconds. So, on the other side... Okay, this is more or less a 1-to-1 ratio. We do need 100 compressed air. And if I remember correctly, we have made... Where is the stupid thing? It's down here, I think. Yes. We have made this stupid thing with Chemical Plants Mark III. Now I want to use Chemical Plants Mark IV. So, compressed air goes out at a crafting speed of 2. And we make... let's flip this node over. We make 400 per 6. So if I have 3 of these, I make 400 per 2. To make it a little bit easier in the calculation. So 3 of these would... Oh wait, and... No, this calculation won't work. We need 325 per 2 if we use chemical plants. And one of these makes... That's 60. Yeah. Oh, that's now per second, isn't it? So it's 200 divided by 3. 10, 20, 66.6 per second. So 133.3 every 2. So more or less 75 are over. So it's a 3-to-1 ratio with a little bit of extra. Actually, it's more or less a... Yeah, 3 of these make 400 compressed gas every 2 seconds. Oh, 3 of these make 200 every... Oh, fuck. Crafting speed 2, so 400. Yeah, 3 of these make 400 compressed air every 2 seconds. One of these plants needs 325 every 2. So we have a surplus of 75 every 2. 150, 300. But then I'm already way over it, aren't I? Because we also make 50, 150, 162.5. One of these makes 162.5. Yeah, we need the same ratio, so it's 10. 10 of them. So that would mean we need 3,250 compressed air every 2 seconds. And that's more or less divisible by 400. Because that's 8 plus a bit. That's more or less 9. These do not have to go perfectly. So that's 27. 27 on 10. So it would look, in my opinion, something like this. Three of them go into one. Then we need 10 of these batches. Can we actually do something like this? This would compress it a bit more. Then do it like this. This. And it's 4, 6, 8. I need 10 of them. So that's not good. Now we could also do it like this. Let's make blocks of these. That's already 8. I need 27. So that's 8. That's 16. That's 24. And then I would need 3 extra. That's actually fine. We just need to... yeah, like this. And the 3 extra I can just fit in somewhere. Because having 10 of these is not a problem. Will probably be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now they are aligned somewhere like this. And we're going to do the same over here. There we go. And then we need another 3 of these, so... 1 up there. And 1 down here. That's fine. Then let's move this one out. 1, 2, 3 over here. That's wrong. That should work. So this makes the nitrogen and the hydrogen we need. One, two, three. Now this will be the interesting part. Will the hydrogen and the nitrogen align? Let's see. We're making the stuff down here already. So nitrogen will be more or less on the top. And where do we split off the oxygen? Over here. Nitrogen is at the bottom. It will be the wrong way around. Will it? Yes, it will. So let's just move you on by 1, 2, 3, 4. Gas here, making this. Separate the oxygen gas. And how are we going to do this? Not like this. Definitely not like this. Is it really going to be... Let's pick one up. Place you there. You're making ammonia. Yeah. God dang it. Well. We will probably still need the 4 space. Actually, we can pump it right in. Yeah. We'll just have to misalign it a little bit. Oh, also. Seriously. There we go. So each one gets their own nitrogen. The oxygen will probably be exported again, because why not? And now we only need to route the hydrogen in here somehow. We also need to combine the hydrogen. I would rather like to route the hydrogen through the middle. Oh, we can go here, go under, go out. That sounds like a plan. So something like this. Top of valves, left, right. Perfect. Perfect. Top of valve, left, right. Then it all goes in. Good, that's hydrogen sorted. We do need to put in a smokestack for the excess. It will be over here somewhere. And technically we would need another one of these somewhere. So let's place you there. Good. Now this is ammonia synthesis, so we also need the catalyst carriers. And each one just gets their own. I don't really care about it. The ammonia gas will do a duck and cover. Everything else will be directly feeded. Feeded? Fed. Fed is the correct term. Fed. So let's also provide you with a bit of power. I think it's time. Let's see. Yeah, one here. One there. One here. One there. Let's add some lamps. Good. The things we do to make rocket fuel, I find it rather curious that we're basically making rocket fuel out of thin air. And again, that's pretty much what it is. Only hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. Ah, these are coming, very good. We need red metal catalyst. So somewhere nearby will be a train station that provides the catalyst. We're still waiting on a bit of power. And actually not somewhere, the station comes pretty much right now. Let's build it in reverse. So we'll have this. You will have this. Probably something like this somewhere. Yeah, this basically tells me where the station needs to be. So let's copy over one of you. So the track can be over here. Good. Look it up. Let's start placing the first signals. And another 1, 2, 3, 4 there. And train station will be somewhere around here. Now, this is a bit sad. But we can manage it. Also, let me just restart my audio interfaces real quick. This audio lag is a bit annoying. Much better. So we need to balance this. Also, I have 10 of these, so 1, 2, 3, 4. This already makes 200. That should be fine. Sorry, no, wait. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. This should be more than enough. Good. And we do need to balance it. That's also something I have kind of forgotten. Go under, go out. And so we're just going to pump it over the other side. Actually, now that I think about it, look at this. That should be fine. Also, this is the wrong kind of station. Now it's a loading station. Also, there's one missing yet again. Good, so this will bring us the catalyst. Speaking of catalyst, here, each of you gets 10. That should be more than enough. This should power everyone. Let's also give some lamps. Now, this can be a problem. I see a way around it. So it's not a problem. But now we have ammonia and we have the other stuff. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 16. Next step will be 16 of these again. Each one of these. Oh wait, each one of these. You require 250 ammonia gas every 4 seconds. How much am I actually making? Not that much, to be perfectly honest. Each one of these makes 100. So we have 5, so 1000. Is this maybe in a... Oh, okay, we are faster, so we make 2000. So, one of these can feed 2 of these. And we have 8 of these, and 5 of these, so we actually have a little bit of extra. But only a little bit. So, if we want to make hydrazine, we're gonna have to make another one of these. What the fuck? Rocket fuel. Damn, I always forget that catalysts are... Oh, wait, batches of it. Yeah, but they do take 10 catalyst carriers. And yes, I should add another 10 to them. So I always have one in motion, more or less. But yeah, this rocket fuel stuff, this requires a fuck ton of ammonia. Like a metric fuck ton. Well, let's set up the next step. Let's just take you. Let's just take one of you. Let's align you over here. And 1, 2, 3. Actually, why? And then another one over here. So this is 8. This is another 8. Let's place another 10 into them. Let's set up the station real quick, so that the first orders can come in. Also, we should... we have to mirror this? I'm already getting a headache again. So... yeah, we have to mirror it. Iron ore. And then we need one of these. There you go. And then you're our requester, so negate the LTN and read from the train. We also need from somewhere, here for example, a matching template. You request, network is 2, something like 6,000, deactivate your alarms. This stuff, say 10,000 of these, 10,000 of these. And this makes the monochloramine gas. I probably also should put in some rubber ports, because I kind of think that these are out of rubber port range. Let's place one here. And one there. And it's at this point where I just sit and think about, yeah, wait, actually, place the 2 up. So we're going in with blue. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think this was 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. Let's just do it like this. Other way around, please. Good. In. That should be fine. And now we need to push through the ammonia gas. Now I have a semi-stupid idea. And the same over here. And then push you over. Actually, it's in here, yeah. No path. Oh. Oops. Hook this up for now. And one of these. Good. Yeah, let's just place these behind or something. We also need a lot of lamps. Yep. Have the robots placed everything down here already? Is there actually... Yes, there is. Enough space for them to work. So this now makes the monochloramine gas. Good. We may want to export it. Speaking of exporting, we probably should export it. And we should definitely also export the oxygen that I'm sitting all the way over there. So let's make 2 fluid stations. This should be more than enough to handle. Also, we're encroaching this field already, so maybe we'll just make... It's also probably a thing. It's also getting late already. I'm getting a bit tired. So maybe let's just finish up the monochloramine. And then call it a day. Because after more or less 9 hours and 30 minutes of Factorio, my brain is getting a little bit mushy. But the correct question would be, this should actually be working non-stop at the moment. Oh no, because the hydrogen is not being used up. Yeah. That'll come now. Excuse me? Oh, okay, yeah. And you're probably completely stopped, yeah, because of the oxygen. Good. Very good. It's a very delicate system that we have here. Give me a tank. There's one over there. Perfect. This is actually fine. Good up. You're an export station. You're also exporting. Good. Then hook you up. Perfect. We do need... Let's see. How are we going to do you? Top one. No, bottom one. Both are terrible over here. So if we do it like this... And always take the bottom one. That should be fine. Go. Let's also grab the oxygen over here. No, somebody built a robot port over here. Now, who could that... No, that's not going to work. Either one further down or one further up. And then over here, in. There you go. And then we need a connection over here. That'll work. That'll work. That'll all work. And then one here. And one there. Everyone has power. Good. Very, very good. Then this is the oxygen, so we will need a oxygen overflow. Let's place that. Let's see, where's one? There's one. Place you there. We will also need a hydrogen and a nitrogen overflow just to be sure. Oh, look at this. You never connected. So, will this work? Yes. One hydrogen overflow. And now the nitrogen overflow. Actually, we do not need a nitrogen overflow. Nitrogen is going in 1-to-1. But ammonia will need an overflow. We could export our extra of ammonia. And why not? Because I'm pretty sure I'm going to close the station over here. Or I'm just going to make a bleacher station. So why not export the ammonia instead of venting it? And we need another one of these. Also one of these. And they're in. Now where's the ammonia going through? It's all over here. How do I get best access to it? Who made this? Okay, it's the only way we can actually make it. That's a bit annoying. But this will work. And then we do the same over here. There you go. Ammonia export. Turn, turn, turn. Turn, turn, turn. So this should now actually be working like a charm. Why is it not working like a charm? Because it will only work as long as we have... you're now making infinite ammonia. As long as we're making ammonia, the back of this will work. Seems to be a few things going weird. One of us is you're not getting enough saline water. Oh. Well, that's maybe one of the reasons. But you don't seem to be able to pump out enough saline water yourself. This saline water pipe is completely full. Which is true, because we never pump it over to here. The only saline water you're getting is from over there. This'll work. This'll work. This'll work. Now, you're not connected. Now you are. So everyone is full on saline water. Now you have the problem that you are full on hydrogen. You're full on saline water. You're full on saline water. That seems to be going. It could go better, to be perfectly honest. I think I've grossly miscalculated. This one. You need 200 chlorine gas every 4 seconds. You make. Every 2 seconds. Every 4 seconds. Yeah, I have miscalculated. This is a good ratio, 3 to 2. But it only goes into one of these, not into two of these. Wait. Each one of these makes 2.2.5. So you make 80, you make 100 chlorine gas per 2 seconds. So this is 300 chlorine gas per 2 seconds. You need way more. Ah. How much more? Way more. So this is 300. You need 100 per 2. So 325 per 2. So one of these feeds one of these. More or less. Ah, I see where I went wrong. That's not a problem. Oh, actually? It's these that are not working correctly. Why is that? Or is it now just now because they backed up? Yeah, these over here, they are struggling with chlorine gas. And these over here, they're struggling with saline water because you're not getting enough chlorine gas in. Because you're not getting enough saline water in because you're not actually not getting any saline water. So these down here seem to be working fine. And yeah, the main problem is the electrolyzers. They're not fast enough. 3 of these can feed 1 of these, and that's it. So that's something I will have to fix in a later time. But for now, these things are going. Which also means only 2 of these are working. Ah! But we're making monochloramine, and we're sitting on a ton of ammonia gas. So one way of fixing this would... Yeah, we're probably going to... Yeah. Do we want to fix this now? Let's take a short break. And then we're going to fix the setup by basically copying this, placing it here. Yeah. We're just going to make another sodium hydroxide facility, which is not a bad idea actually, because we do need more sodium hydroxide. We do need a ton of it. And then we're just going to pipe the gas over. In the hope that we can kickstart these a bit more. The saline water should be fine. Let me just check the saline water. Yeah, because you make 50 saline water every 2 seconds and you need one every 4 seconds. Also, we are being stifled by hydrogen gas. That's also something we should take into account. So hydrogen does get pumped through. It does go into here, and then seriously? So we have too much gas going through here. Or maybe we should just switch it up from a top up valve to a normal pipe. Ah, that's better. However, I can't tell if the saline water levels are doing it correctly or not. But yeah, one of these and 1/2 of these make 1 sodium chloride every 2 seconds. And I need 5. What the hell was I thinking over here? How did this add up in my mind? This is all rock. Well, this will be working for now. We have to rebuild this, but not today. So yeah, let's do the recap. I'm too tired to continue. Yeah, I could fix this, but then I will probably break something else. So, first of all, let's see. Make better guns and ammo. We're technically making this. Make silicon nitrate and carbon factory. Yes, we did those. Make rocket science. We are on our way to there. And the rest we already ticked off. Add new. Fix rocket fuel production. Note to self. The numbers, Mason. What do they mean? Yeah, that's something we're going to do next time ASAP. Yeah, basically we're making a ton of ammonia and a ton of chlorine and hydrogen production to make rocket fuel out of literally thin air, which is actually quite fun. Good thing is this station now does make a bit of the monochloramine gas, but only 2 of these are working of the expected 8. Problem is, this needs to be at least double the size, maybe even quadruple the size, because I have completely miscalculated this thing. So I'm gonna let this run for now, and then we're gonna rebuild it, and then we're gonna scrap this. Else, what we did today, we did a lot on circuit-wise, especially over here. We started module production. We started module science production, but we haven't actually started the actual module production itself. However, we have a research center down here that does the research for us, which is nice. We expanded a bit in the fabrication base. We're basically making a few more useful items. Power poles level 3, for example. Better turrets, the labs that we automate. Speaking of laser turrets, where is it? I think it's down here, isn't it? Yes! We expanded on the crystallization fields. And now actually added gem processing. So we're sitting on a bunch of polished sapphires, a bunch of polished rubies, amethysts, topazes, emeralds, and of course, wait for it, diamonds. Also, this seems broken. Yeah, this is completely broken. This is the wrong way right. Am I far away? Actually, no. Let's fix it real quick. So yeah, we did gem processing. Gem processing is required for rocket science. Is it required for rocket science? No, I don't think so. But it's required for modules and for the better laser turrets. Both of which we do want to have. But first of all, stop this train, please. Start turning around these. But yeah, we're moving our way to rocket science. Speaking of science, we did a ton of science today. I basically just hit the random science button the whole time and just started researching something, just to get the resources in our base flowing again, because the trains weren't doing anything. And we do not have a very good dump, a very good resource dump at the moment. Also, no, actually these are being upgraded from red to purple. I should take a look at it, why these are not being there. Yeah, and we also expanded on our smelting fields a bit. We now have yet another new silicone ingot smelting facility. This one we made because we were using silicone over here, and I just thought, why have this stupid thing sitting around here? Just make a silicon ingot smelting facility next to it and make it work. Also, this one is way better as it has a integrated aluminum recycling, and we do not have that stupid feedback loop I made. Next to it, we made a new copper fabrication station because we are running out of copper because of all the modules we're making. And we will be running out of more and more copper in the future. We did a ton of upgrades. We also upgraded this thing over here, the tin making machine. At some point we should make a balancer in here, because this thing is completely imbalanced. It's not a problem at the moment, but it will be in the future. We had a few deadlocks down here. I fixed a few signals and made them go. We fixed also... Wow, we are completely out... We are absolutely out of solder. How does this work? Yeah, used coolant is full. And used coolant is full because... Oh, you're not really empty. Because this coolant is full. Yeah, we should fix this. Currently, we are, instead of reusing the coolant we have in the system, we are always adding new coolant to the system. And that's not good, to be perfectly honest. We could elaborate on more strand casting, which is probably something we're going to do once we switch these plate factories up. Because strand casting with coolant makes it faster. And it makes it a bit cheaper. Yeah, another 10% or something. It's not much, but 10% or 10%. And strand casting just, it looks cool when it works. Also, this is a good way to make more use of our mineral oil. Speaking of mineral oil, we're sitting on way too much mineral oil. It's choking our complete factory out. Where is this refinery? It's over here. Yeah, base mineral oil, it's maximum. Fuel oil is a little bit, and then naphtha is the least of it. So we do need to find a way to either crack it down into other stuff. Not quite sure if there is a possibility to crack down mineral oil into fuel oil or something. That would actually be quite nice. Let's check real quick. We can steam crack fuel oil. Can also make it out of biomass. But yeah, we can't... Well, we have to find an output for our mineral oil. And I do not want to dump it into sea or something. Yeah, we expanded over here. Now this thing we will have to remake. But it's making monochloramine, which is the first part of the rocket fuel production line. First is monochloramine gas, then hydrazine gas, then you make methylene gas, demethylene gas, and then demethylene hydrazine gas. And the nitrogen tetraoxide is something we technically can already make. Because it's part of monoxide. And we're sitting on a ton of monoxide, which we're never using. I think we're actually venting it for a part. And if we combine this all up, we can then make rocket oxidizer capsules and rocket fuel capsules. And which one do we actually need for the rocket? Rocket fuel is the combination of both. These are the capsules, these are the oxidizers. Do I need to stick them together somehow? I'm missing a step, aren't I? Yeah, there it is. Then you stick it together and you make rocket fuel. How does this compare to, say, rocket booster fuel? Which is down here, rocket booster. 10 megajoules, 180% acceleration and 150% top speed. And actual rocket fuel is... more pollution, yes! And actually more energy. A little bit of denser energy. And then you have nuclear fuel. 500% pollution. Woo! Maybe at some point we'll be going to nuclear fuel. Currently I'm actually fine with fuel. Maybe once we put up the deuterium reactor. Rocket control units is something we can technically make. This is all stuff we have laying around. Same is true for heat shielding. And we're already making low density structure as part of green science. But how much are we actually making of that? Also, why is my sign stopped? Because we are out of green, so let's check up on green. Yeah, because we're out of low density structure. And the question I have is, where the fuck am I making low density structure? Over here? Because low density structure is something that requires a lot of time to make. Over here. We're actually sitting on quite a bit of it. So why aren't you exporting? It's not because they're full. Oh, because... yeah, I see. Which station is this? Jordan Schaller. There you go. Now you should be ordering again. Yeah, I started placing these icons. Not quite sure if they're that much more useful. Maybe in some free time or something I will just play some more of them. But nevertheless, I think that was what the recap is doing. We're constantly expanding. This factory gets bigger every day I build at it. We're also starting to run out of space again. We only have this space up here and a bit over here. And then this down here, which is really not looking attractive. Speaking of not attractive... yeah, this sea over here, we will probably fill it in. This will give us some more build space. But we have all these mineral fields down here, which we'll have to feed off. No. I'm just thinking about maybe making just one big ore silo and just picking it all up and dumping it in there. But yeah, the next expansion outwards will be soon. And it will probably be this area over here. Or this area up here a little bit. It also depends on the things we want to do. And speaking of things to do, there isn't that much more to do. We're probably now about at 75 or 80% of the mod pack. And I'm getting the same feeling I had at the end of Industrial Revolution. I can see the end coming, but every time I think, yeah, it's probably only going to be 2 or 3 more streams, I will still be sitting there for another 10 or so. But yeah, the end is near. Nevertheless, we will continue. Always on continuing, always go bigger. Always go more madness. Until I get bored with it. And I'm not getting bored with it. I'm having way too much fun with this game. Nevertheless, if you also enjoy the fun, do leave a like or a follow or a subscribe. I'm not doing this for any money or any attempts to make money out of it. I'm doing this mainly for my personal fun, and I am having a blast with it. It's been a while since I made something as ludicrous as this, and it took way too much time, and I enjoyed every little bit of it. So, without further ado, I thank you all for watching, and I wish you all a good night.